Yeah. Miriam, I want to speak a bit about some of your success stories. So now you've discovered how you've come about and your funding and your objectives. Tell us a bit about some of the success stories that you've witnessed during your time in the NGO.
The most thing that inspired us at Alashanek Balady was someone who, let me first explain the cycle so you can understand how the success works. Someone gets a training, of course he gets a training, and then after he gets a training, we teach him how to do feasibility studies and give them soft skills. If he needs to get an English class or something like that, we cover everything that needs him to be qualified to get a job or to get a loan. And then after that he gets a loan and he does whatever he wants to do. We do, as Aya said, we do social assessment and we discover inside the beneficiary what he wants to do, and at the end we make him, for example, if he wants to do carpentering and his family is something he inherited from his father, so he
like
wants
a skill.
Yes, he has a skill, and we've tried to develop this, even if it needs us to get him someone who is capable of teaching him, of course, because we have these corporate volunteers who give trainings, and it's not necessarily that you have someone who gives carpentering. So afterwards he opens his own business, and we follow up with him and we make sure that actually his business is making profit. And after that, the most success for us is that he graduates actually from poverty, that he can feed his family, that he does not need us anymore. And this takes us almost, let's say, it's a process of 2 years. It can happen from one day to another. So especially that in the business life cycle, you start with just losing, and then then you reach the maturity, and then he keeps constant. This is for us a success, that we can say, okay, he graduated from poverty, and we don't want to see you again. You just
continue.
Yes, you just continue. And the good thing is, and the best thing that could ever happen to us is if he comes and volunteers with us. That he knows his community, and he knows that it's necessary to help the community, and he knows the people around him, and he just tells them, yeah, Alashanek Balady, you can apply and just work with them, and I got out of poverty, and now I feed my family myself, and my kids are in school, and everything is going fine. So this is the cycle. In terms of success stories, we have quite a lot of people who, if you talk numbers, since we started, we've reached 23,000 beneficiaries, and last year it was
that's a big number.
Yeah, and last year it was 10,000 graduated from poverty. So for us, this is our success, and it's not only about loans. This is also important. We don't only place people in loans; we place them in job opportunities. And this is what Aya said, that we create partnerships with companies and factories. And at the end,
but how do you find your targets? I mean, do you do sort of research? Do you go to slums and poor neighborhoods?
Or do they come to you?
Do you reach out for them, or do they come to you?
No, we reach out for them. We reach out for them. We know the community, and we have a whole marketing team who gets down into the field, and they actually talk with the people. They talk with, and they know the people, even people from the community. It's not only people from our head office or from the American University.
And how do they react?
It's difficult. It's very difficult to get them into our office just to fill out the application. You need to insist, you need to take them, you need to talk to them, you need to understand them. And even the interview we do, they come, they fill out an application, and then we invite them to an interview. And then they sit with someone who understands actually psychology. And he talks to them, and he keeps on understanding what he feels like. And people say, I am out of hope. I tried to work, and I'm trying to find a job since 3 years. And why should I work if people treat me bad at work? This is a very important point, that they're treated bad at work, and they don't want to go, because why should I go to someone who's keep on insulting me, or who's not giving my salary? Well, the salary issues, it's a big issue. What can I do with an amount of X, let's say, and I can do just a one-shot thing, sell something, and that's it. I don't have to wake up every day and do stuff like that. So.
Miriam, you were speaking a lot about he
or
and
she,
we
actually.
were earlier discussing
Yeah.
women empowerment.
Yeah.
Do you target in specific, for example, obviously the poor are disadvantaged, but poor women are even more disadvantaged than poor men. Do you target, though, have targets for specific women development?
Well, let me be honest with you. We don't have a specific program that targets women, but definitely it's into our development model that you empower the women. And maybe Aya wants to talk about the family-based development, that we don't just consider someone just one of the family. We consider more, and we consider the whole family.
Yeah, we actually have a family-based development model that you can't take someone out of poverty just by himself. He has to be him and his family. So we just don't focus on the leader of the family, if you want to call him, but we also focus on the others because they play a very important role in developing the whole family. So we focus on each and every single person in the family, even the children. We focus on the children as well. So we have programs for every kind of people in the family. So we have men, we have women, we have children, we have everything. So replying to your questions, so yeah, we do have a lot of women actually that come and they take our trainings as well, and we have vocational trainings, which is they learn skills so they can actually be at home and, for example, sew something, make dresses, and sell them afterwards. So we have things not only for women. Actually, men can actually come and take it if they want, but a lot of women come and do that as well.
You had a campaign titled فوق الخط, which translates into above the line, and by this you mean above the poverty line. So how was the campaign going?
Okay, I think Mariam wants to talk about that.
Well, actually, the campaign didn't start it yet. It's still, we will launch it on the 9th of August, inshallah.
A few days.
Yeah, in a few days. In a few days. We wanted to launch it in Ramadan to get the spirit and to get all the people. And we have a dream that we dream to get 10 million out of poverty in 2020. And we still, we will just remain what we're doing. We will do the same we were doing. We will still be working in development. We will still be working with the people, with the poor people, with the poor communities. There's no huge difference. Just instead, we will increase the number and we will increase our target. We want to reach more and more. And now we have even the blessing from all the people. Everybody wants to do something now. And everybody wants to be involved.
Everybody wants to grasp the opportunity of Ramadan.
Not just Ramadan.
But this is very clever for you to start the campaign now, because everyone gets enthusiastic in Ramadan particular. Of course, many people are enthusiastic year round, but in Ramadan, everyone gets like, I want to get
a boost.
I want to get the
It's actually not only about Ramadan, it's also about the revolution. That people now, as the ayah said before,
I want to help.
I want to help, and I don't want to help just in charity. I want to help in development. They now understand that it's important to make people work. We all know that we have 44%. It's announced 44% of poverty, 44% living under the poverty line, and for us, it's important that every member of this community needs to concentrate to get the people out of poverty now. Even if it means that you have to participate, you have to donate, you have to help someone, to train someone, to eradicate illiteracy. These are all matters that make someone graduate from poverty and get a decent life.
Perhaps you're grasping the idea of I matter, which was the theme of the revolution.
Yeah.
Because before that, everybody thought of, or many people, what I'm going to do. I mean, it's only
just
me.
one person.
So yeah, it's the idea of one person and the collective thing, and the collective thing starts by one person. So perhaps you're stressing this idea to promote your campaigns. So I want to know from you now, why don't you target, let's say, I wouldn't say children, because since we're talking about new ideas, we're talking new generation. The new generation now understands the idea of democracy, of how do I get my rights, of what I want, what I do not want. I mean, they are thinking from a more wider perspective. Why don't you try to target school children who come from a middle class, so that they can help other children who are less advantaged?
Definitely. we have actually, as I said, we have the family-based development, and we have a program called the Education and Awareness Program. And this program targets teens, actually, more than, not like children, more teens. We actually, let's say, we as Alashanek Balady, we know how to talk and we know how to work with the poor communities, the underprivileged communities. And this is actually our target. And definitely, we have volunteers from schools and we have volunteers from universities. This is the
what is the age category?
It starts from 15 to 21, 22. These are the...
So it's quite open.
Yeah, these are the volunteers who are actually active. We have around 1,000 volunteers annually who are working for Alashanek, committed volunteers working for Alashanek.
Because I know like 12 years old and 11 years old who want to participate, but they just don't know what to do, where to go, and they need some direction. This is why I'm asking.
Maybe our problem was, it's not a problem actually, it's a challenge. Our challenge with this is that what we are doing is needs professional and corporate volunteers. Our volunteers train and our volunteers do social assessment. I would not be wanting to get my child who's 12 years old in a marginalized or underprivileged community to, of course we could take them, but what we do is that we place those children in the education and awareness program, not in our
not on the ground,
not on the ground, in the education and awareness program where we actually...
This is what I mean.
This is what we do. But in terms of our development model and eradicating unemployment and poverty, we would rather need people from professional backgrounds and corporate backgrounds. This is, of course,
Well, that absolutely sounds like such a wonderful project that you have going here. We wish you all the best. I want to thank our guests, Miriam Safti and Aya Shafi from Alashanek. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for
and best of wishes.
And wishing you best of luck in the upcoming campaign.
Thank you very much.
And now we move to the joy with which people receive the holy month of Ramadan and people exchanging goodwill during this period in our year. Yasmin Ibrahim reports.